Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Here we go. Big 12 basketball on a Tuesday. Rough night on the college slate for us. Monday night went 0-2. Texas Corporate Christie plus 9.5 fell. Northern Colorado on the money line fell. But hey, back at it today. Check out our SEC and Big Ten shows we're going to have out today as well. So let's get right into it. First game on the board they want to tackle Central Florida, who's pulled off some really good wins, been a really tough team here. They're headed to number 9, Iowa State. Now, Iowa State, a 13.5-point favorite. 156.5 is the total. 59% ticket count equaling 26% of the handle going over. 41% ticket count, 74% of the handle to the under. As far as the side goes, 59% of bets is equaling 74% of the handle. 41% of ticket count equaling 26% of the handle is taking the 13.5 here with the Central Florida Knights. Now the Knights come in 14-3, 16-2. Here is the Iowa State Cyclones. Now, as far as points per game, Central Florida, they usually average about 85.4 points a game. However, that goes down on the road. They're averaging 81.3 points per game on the road, as to where Iowa State averaging 89.8. Central Florida giving up 78 points per game. Iowa State giving up 63.5 points per game here. Central Florida 6-3 ATS their last 9. They are 13-2 over their last 15 games. Some big wins in there, including Kansas. But Central Florida at home compared to on the road, two completely different teams. Central Florida just 2-8 straight up their last 10 road games. As a dog, though, over the last 6, Central Florida 5-1 ATS. In Big 12 play, they've played to the under 5 of their last 6, and they've played to the under 5 total straight games overall. Now, Iowa State, we talked about 16-2. The Cyclones, Ames is a tough place to play. 10 straight wins at home, 12-4 over their last 16 in the month of January. The under has cashed 6 of their last 9 when Iowa State's in the role of the favorite. And against Big 12 opponents, the under's cashed 9 of the last 12. And 4 of their last 5 overall. Covering, been a little bit of a different story. Cyclones just 2-7 ATS over their last 9. 156.5, 157-ish is your total here tonight. When I look at the game, I think under 157 would be my lean. As far as taking points, you guys know I'm a dog player. But Iowa State, I just don't want to step in front of them here. Again, the big thing here is it's in Ames, which is, again, just a tough place to play. 10-0. Now, Central Florida, talk about their struggles on the road. But last year in Ames, Iowa State won this game by 25 points. So now Central Florida coming off the 7-point loss to Arizona Saturday. Remember, we had Central Florida plus 9.5 that cash. But Iowa State's coming off back-to-back losses on the road. At Kansas, lost by 21. At Cincinnati, lost by 9. I think Iowa State gets back right here. So I'm not going to take the points. Iowa State, if you're one of those big money line parlay people, that's definitely the way to go. I wouldn't see them losing 3 in a row. Again, anything can happen in sports. But I'm going to take a pass here. Next game on the board, you got 12th ranked Texas Tech. The team has been very good, got some quality wins on the road at Baylor. Now, Texas Tech, depending on where you shop, a 1.5 to a 2-point favored. They're getting 90% of ticket count, 88% of the handle, 10% of ticket count, 12% of the handle on the Baylor Bears. 155.5 is your total. 66% of ticket count equaling 82% of the handle going over. 34% ticket count, 18% of the handle here in this one going to the under. Now, when you break these two teams down, again, Texas Tech, they can score the basketball. They got some dudes, 14-4 on the year. Baylor 11-6, but Baylor, you just feel like they're so close to putting it all together. Now Texas Tech on the road, averaging 71.7 points per game. Baylor under Bryce Drew, 92.6 points per game. They average. Now Texas Tech defensively, 73.7 points per game on the road. Baylor giving up 71.9. Texas Tech, over their last 8 games, are 7-1 straight up. Over their last 7, 5-2 ATS. Texas Tech has also been very much an under team. 5 of their last 7 in the month of January have went under the total. 6 of Texas Tech's last 7 games on the road have went under the total. And 4 of their last 6 overall went under the total. So Texas Tech loves going to the under. Now against Baylor, a little bit different. Against Baylor, they are just 2-4 ATS. But more importantly, when the Red Raiders go on the road to Baylor, Baylor is 7-1 the last 8 meetings in Waco. So again, when these two teams are in Baylor, Baylor 7-1 over the last 8. I will say this: Texas Tech 8-10 straight up their last 10 versus Big 12 opponents. Now Baylor, you may ask, this line again, just it's begging you to take Texas Tech because Baylor 1-4 over their last 5, both straight up and ATS, but they are 8-2 their last 10 at home. Again, we talked about 7-1 their last 8 games at home against Texas Tech, and they haven't covered a spread in any of their last 6 as a dog. Listen, they also to the under 9 of their last 11 in Big 12 play. When you look back at these two teams, obviously Texas Tech 1-2 on the road. Texas Tech has won each of the last 3 meetings, but they haven't played at Baylor since 2024. That was a win for the Baylor Bears. Now, 3 straight wins for Texas Tech. Utah, a great win against BYU Saturday. We had Texas Tech in that game. Baylor coming off the 18-point loss at Kansas. But again, they've had Iowa State, they've had Houston, they've had Kansas 3 of their last 4 games. So they've had to play some stiff competition. But the line is begging you to take Texas Tech here. Give me Baylor +2 tonight. I will get to the window on them. Again, they're just begging you to take Texas Tech with this line. Not going to take the bait. If I lose the bet, I lose the bet. Kansas, 19th ranked in the country, headed to Colorado. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Go to breaktheboardsports.com. Football is done now almost. Got like 2-3 games left this weekend, Super Bowl. How are you going to make money afterwards? College hoops, NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball. Come on board. Promo code NFL50 gets you half off the monthly. If the end of your 30 days, we don't have you up a minimum 5 units, then you get all the way through the Final Four and first week of baseball for free, including all your NHL and NBA. Now, Kansas ranked 19th in the country, 4.5, 155.5 is your total, 44% ticket count, 3% of the handle going over, 56% ticket count, 97% of the handle going to the under here. As far as back to the side, Kansas laying that 4.5, 88% of ticket count, 84% of the handle to Kansas, 12% ticket count, 16% of the handle here going to Colorado. Now, Kansas 13-5, Colorado 12-6, but Kansas is just 1-3 on the road. 9-2 Colorado is at home. Now, these two teams last year in Colorado, Kansas got the win 71-64, and they won the other meeting in Kansas 71-59. So Kansas had some success here. Obviously, better program than Colorado. Now, there's a couple 5s out there. So if you are a Colorado backer, make sure you're shopping around for the best line. I can't say that enough. It's really important that you get the best of the number. Now, Kansas, we talked about their struggles on the road, though. They're 13-5. Their losses on the road, we had Central Florida earlier this year, but Kansas's defense is elite. They really smother the ball. Maybe one of Bill Self's best defensive teams. You think of Kansas getting up the floor, pushing the pace, but this defense is legit. Now, on the road offensively, they're averaging 74.7 points per game. Colorado averaging 84.5. Kansas giving up 80.7 points per game. Colorado giving up 75.7 points per game. Kansas 9-4 ATS their last 13. They're 7-2 straight up their last 9. But more importantly, when Colorado and Kansas play, Kansas has beaten Colorado 19 of the last 20 and 9-1 the last 10 on the road at Colorado. Now, we'll say this. Kansas just 2-8 straight up their last 10 on the road, as they were Colorado 10-2 their last 12 at home. Colorado is just 2-5 over their last 7. They are 8-2 ATS their last 10 versus Big 12 opponents. Also, Colorado's did very well in the role of the dog. They're 12-6 ATS their last 18 as a dog. They've played to the under with Kansas 12 of the last 18 matchups. Listen, I'm going to go with Colorado here plus the 5. I know Kansas is a really good basketball team. They're playing really good ball, but I like Colorado here plus the 5. So Colorado plus 5 is a home dog. Baylor plus 2. I'm going to pass on the Iowa State Central Florida. Again, breaktheboardsports.com, promo code NFL50, all caps. Click that like, hit subscribe. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicap.